Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at some balance beam strategies for the week ahead. I've got two futures markets to show you on the balance beam model. So here's the S&P futures, and the trade scenario is this. This balance beam at the top of the chart here, the blue and red one here, that's a very heavily traded zone, and we've had a very strong rally up to that area. We have not had much movement since we've been at that location. And what we're going to look for here is we're going to look for price to move up a bit to get long or to break down a bit to get short. A pretty common thing for us balance beam traders. We'll be long at 68 quarters and looking for 75s, 89s, and 99s. And we'll get short at 58.50, looking for a bigger breakdown to 39, 10s, and then to 1972s for a big runaway number 3. Now for position management and handling of stops, consider a $300 risk per contract. Look to re-enter plus or minus a tick beyond the original entry values. And for the long stops, get those to plus 1 point when target 1 is hit. If we break down to the short side, get your stops to break even when we hit 2050. And if we hit 2045, get them to plus 8 points. All right, so that's a look at the S&P futures. Next market is the gold futures market. Top middle of the chart, new structure high on this rally. This is the highest price point we've seen in several months here for gold. And if you look to the left, there's a balance beam that pretty much ends at about 1170s, a little bit below that. So where we are right now, 1167s, we're going to look to hit 1168.10s to get long. And then we've got 75.40, 84.30s, and 99.80 to the upside. It's got to break down for us to get short. 62.40 to enter there. And we're going to look for 46.60, 16.10s, and then 1130. Now, again, think of a $300 risk per contract, re-enter plus or minus a tick beyond the original entry value. And for the long stops, go to break even if 1171 is hit. So we start to move up, 1171 is hit, get your stops to break even. All right. Now, to the short side, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going in the money if we start to break down. You'll note that I've highlighted 1156 here. That's a more substantial balance beam, and if we hit 1156, move your stops down to 1160. So we'll be plus $2.40 on that short side trade. It's just come off a new structure highs here. If it can hold where it is now and trade a little bit higher, we'll see that long. That's the more near-term setup. It's got to break down a little bit more to get short. But those are the two main strategies around the balance beam that we'll look at for this week. Make sure to grab the link at the bottom of the video. You can use that to hop in the live room. Tomorrow, you'll see me day trade the futures markets, as well as do some big picture balance beam trade setups like you've seen here and in the other videos. So until then, I'll see you all back in the live room.